Hey kids, it's Papa. You ready to explore the Bible? All right. I hope you had a good Halloween. It's November now. Go November. We are looking forward to seeing you in December. And so, um, Anyway, let's talk about 1 Kings chapter 20. Turn there with me if you will. 1 Kings chapter 20. Remember, last time the Israelites won because God gave them the victory. And it was a great victory. It was amazing. God worked that miracle. Well, now the prophet of God sends a message to Ahab and says, listen, you'd better be ready because at the beginning of the year, Ben-Hadad is coming back, and he's going to fight again with you, and you had better be ready. So probably Ahab was getting ready for that. But the Syrians were not happy that they had lost that battle, and they couldn't figure out why they had lost that battle. And someone said, you know what? I know why. Because, we tried to fight them in the mountains, and their gods, Israel's gods, are the gods of the mountains, and we have gods of the plains. And so if we fight them in the plains, then our gods can fight for us and we'll win. No, that's not the reason, is it? No, because God can fight on the mountains and he can fight in the plains. God is not limited by geography. And so another thing they said is, and besides, we're blaming those 32 kings because they were all in the tent getting drunk, and so they were blaming those 32 kings and not Ben-Hadad, who was also in the tents getting drunk. And so we see that it was kind of a blame game. So they said, let's leave those 32 kings behind and replace them with their generals. Okay, these are men of war, and these guys, will win the battle for us, and we'll have a better army for it. And let's get an army together that's man for man, the very same strength as that last one, and we'll win this one. Well, so just as God had said at the beginning of the year, they came back and they set the battle in array against Ahab and the children of Israel, and so the children of Israel were like, ooh, I guess we got to go fight them. And God had said, you know what? I'm going to give them into your hands. In other words, they are going to be defeated. And so we find that sure enough, Israel came out to fight with them, and and you see, the prophet of God said to Ahab, listen, I've been listening in on what those Syrians have been saying. They've been saying something about me being just the God of the hills. Well, God told Ahab, I'm going to beat them for you because they're limiting me, and I'm having none of that. And so we find that God said, once again, I'm going to defeat them for you. And so the children of Israel went out, and the Bible says, notice that it says that they pitched, they put the battle in array, and the Israelites looked like two little flocks of goats, compared to the multitude of the Syrian army, and so they pitched, one against the other, and then notice verse 29, and on the seventh day the battle was joined. Okay, there was no trickery, no subterfuge, no drinking, no alcohol, nothing, none of that. But notice it says that Israel, the children of Israel, this small group of soldiers, went and slew, according to verse 29, of the Syrians, 100,000 footmen that day. Okay, in other words, each one of those Israelites had to kill many, many, many of them. And so they killed 100,000 footmen that day. And so they ran and they flew to a city up near Syria called Aphek. And there, something really strange happened. It says, and there a wall fell upon 27,000 of the men that were left. Can you imagine that? A wall falling on 27,000 27,000 soldiers and killing them? I mean, think about that. 27,000 killed by a wall falling on them. That's amazing. But God said, "Ooh, let's just take this wall and shove it and kill kill 27,000." So, in other words, the Israelites killed 100,000, and the wall and God killed 27,000. And so we find that God once again won the battle for Israel. Now we're going to see that next Ahab makes a bad decision, but we'll talk about that, I guess, on Friday. So let's take a look at that on Friday, shall we? All right. Hey, love you guys. Talk to you later. See ya. Bye.